Hey everybody, welcome to The Warp. I'm Jack Reeder with Future Pastimes, and I'm going through all the aliens in Cosmic Encounter and deciding for myself what I think the best alien, starting with each letter of the alphabet, is. And we are on the letter N, and there are 4 aliens to choose from, but 3 of them are essence aliens, and so there was a high probability it was going to be an essence alien. And it is. I went through them and I weighed a few, and I was close to picking Negator, but I think in the end I've settled on Nightmare. Nightmare is from Cosmic Eons, and it is a brutal alien, and it has some soft advantages that go toward elevating it to the point where I think it is the best N alien. So let's take a closer look at Nightmare, and you can determine for yourself if you think I'm correct. So Nightmare has the power of bad dreams. Once per encounter, when a main player has declined to invite you to ally, or another player is on the winning side of an encounter when you are on the losing side, you may use this power to place a bad dream from your essence cache face down near that player. You cannot give a bad dream card to a player who already has one. You may reveal a player's bad dream card at any time. That player reads the card and carry out its effects if they apply. Revealed bad dream cards are returned to you. So they don't get to look at those bad dreams. They won't know what their bad dream is until they read it for the first time. So yes, this is an essence alien, and Nightmare has 10 different bad dreams to choose from, so more than they're going to need. And some of them are doozy. So let's take a look at a couple of these. This one's called Unprepared. If you are selecting an encounter card as a main player, instead, you are actually drawing cards from the deck, giving all non-encounter cards that you draw to the Nightmare player, and then playing the first encounter card you draw face down as your encounter card. So maybe it'll be good. Probably not. And along the way, Nightmare is likely to get a couple of cards. We'll see. This one's called Teeth Falling Out. If you are revealing an attack card, instead of its face value, the card's value is divided by 2, rounded down. So that's not a good time for most encounters. This one's Seeing the Dead. If you are retrieving 1 ship from the warp during your regroup phase, instead every other player is retrieving 1 ship from the warp. Running but getting nowhere. If you are accepting an alliance invitation, instead you are declining all invitations. Out of fuel. If you are starting your second encounter, instead you're actually ending your turn. Naked in public. One of my favorites, the card anyway. If you are winning the game along with 1 or more other players, instead those other players are actually winning without you. So you can see, first of all, that these are all sort of dream archetypes or nightmare archetypes, which is kind of fun. And that was Bill Martinson's idea, and he was one of the ones that helped to make this alien work. It went through a few iterations, but making an essence alien was a good idea. And there's some really interesting effects here, and some of them are quite harsh. So that is that's part of the fun of playing Nightmare. But the soft advantages, so someone can get a bad dream for not inviting you, and that tends to get you some invitations. Nobody wants one of these cards. I mean, you're only going to have 3 to choose from at any given time, but you know they're all pretty powerful. And then, of course, yeah, if you're on the wrong side, it's one of those things where you're getting something for losing. You're not really getting something. You're giving something. It's a little bit of a witch-like effect there, which plays out differently than Nightmare. With which you know what it is, and you're paying ships to get rid of that effect that's ongoing. Here, it's going to be a surprise, and it's not probably not going to be a pleasant one. So it's Nightmare. It's not just dreams. So that is why I think this one is pretty good. Now with Negator, that was a close second. You're forcing people to change what they were going to do, and I think it works great as an essence alien. And so if you think Negator is better than Nightmare, make your case. You might get me to change my mind, because it was close. It was very close between Negator and Nightmare, both essence aliens. Nanny is also an essence alien. and Nanny is very powerful too, but I think Nightmare is more fun. Because with Nanny, you're getting a timeout, which means you're just basically not playing. So that's not as much fun for everybody. I mean, this is also not as much fun for everybody else. But for the other players who are like, oh, you got a Nightmare. Can't wait to see what that is. So that's a little bit fun. And then Neighbor, I think, was not a contender. So that's it for this one. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and we can debate it if you like. That's it. We'll see you again soon.